Hello, welcome to Miemie's Keepsakes and welcome to the 100-day project. We are on day 66. Yay! It's moving along, and today we're doing decorative edge strips. Now, this is my example. So this strip will simply go on the edge of your page, and it can either overhang or not, just to decorate the page, or you can just glue it on the edge here, and it can even be a little tuck spot depending on what you want to do. This one is pretty wide, so I will definitely probably use this one as a tuck spot. We will make slimmer strips. I did sew this one. The sewing definitely adds a bit of extra decoration to the strip and just a little bit of extra detail, but you definitely do not have to sew. We're not going to sew the ones that we're making in the mass make today, just because I don't normally sew with the mass making. It's just easier. I can always make the strips, and if they're not decorated, go in and sew them on later on. Anyway, let's start. So all I have here is some scrap papers that's left over from other projects, not these. They are glue book pages, and we'll just use these. I just want to get some music paper from here, because I do think the music paper looks nice with your printed papers. And of course you can use anything: digital kits, scrapbook paper, music book pages, wrapping paper, brown paper bags, anything. And the fun part about this is you can use your scraps for this. Totally just use scraps. So let's start with just one, and I'm just going to pick some papers. I don't know, lately it seems like everything I do is very blue, and when I was going through my scrap papers I thought, yep, everything is very blue. I'm obviously drawn to the blue papers, so I hope we have a variety here today. I just grabbed papers from my scrap pile, and we'll just do let's just get rid of this edge here. And I like a torn edge, so depending on what you like, you know, do whatever you like. These are just ideas. And so there, your strip is almost done. So all you need to do now is glue. Let's tear it down there. And so what did I do with my glue? Oh, there it is. You can ink these, of course. Let's ink this one, but I won't ink all of them. So I do think if you want to ink it before you glue them together. I'm not going to ink the rest of them, but just quickly to show. I mean, inking is obviously not something that any of us aren't familiar with, and you just add a strip of glue just to glue the two together. And you can staple, you can do all kinds of things. So there, your strip is done. You can always decide, you know what, I think I want a third layer on here. Let's just, you don't have to do just 2 layers. Tina did mostly 2 layers, I think, but you can definitely add a third layer. This is just notes from the school notes from the kids that I avocado dyed. So let's add a third layer in there. So you just add strips together. That is the main thing. Easy, but it is like snippet rolls and clusters, it is great to have them on hand once you start decorating, because it's just one thing you don't have to think about. And if they're like this, obviously they can go in any journal depending on what you're going to add to decorate them. You know, it's just the way it goes. Easy, easy, easy. So let's just mass make a couple. I'm gonna tear this one in half, and we'll just do, and even if just one of the strips are torn and that's a straight strip, the next one you can always just, let's do some music paper, and I'm just gonna tear two at once. And see, if I put that one on top of a straight strip, you don't even have to tear both strips. Okay, let's do another. Those are two nice neutral ones. And you don't even have to make all of them very long. Let's make two shorter ones and one skinny one. Let's add a different decorative paper with this one. This one will make more skinny, so we don't have to make it a tuck spot, and this one will make a tuck spot, or just a little wider. And of course, once you get to use them, you can always cut them down again a little bit. Nothing needs to stay the way you had it initially, of course. And maybe for this one, I'm thinking, let's add just a thin strip of music. Let's do it this way. Okay. And I won't do a ton of these and keep you here for hours, but I will definitely make more of these off camera, because like I said, it's like having clusters and snippet rolls. It's just, the hard work is done. You just add a decorative element on top of them, and if you know, you have a decorative element to your page without doing much. Half the work is done. I think that is what these mass makes are about. It's to do to finish up a lot of the things that you would normally do from scratch. So you don't have to decorate everything, you don't have to finish everything up. It's all good. Let's do different papers for this one. And maybe I'll just get rid of that little bit. It's just a little crazy. Or do I actually like the music paper more with that one. We'll start another one on this side. Let's see, what do we have here? So it's almost like a tall, skinny cluster. That is what these decorative edge strips are, if you ask me. A tall, skinny cluster. Just trying to see what else we can do. Okay, and this one I might just bring down a little bit. Okay, I think we have enough here. Let's see if we want to add another paper for some of them. Let me see, I have that. Maybe we'll just do do something like this on here as well, just to make it more than one layer. And I'm wondering, this one is very short, this one is taller, so let's do I'm just looking for paper here. Let's do this one and just add another layer on this one. I just want to make it taller. Otherwise it's more like a cluster there. And then I think we need something behind this one, and maybe we'll just add more book page, I'm thinking. Okay, yes, let's keep it simple and just add book page to that. And it's still very, but it's fine. I don't think it needs to be that tall. Okay, so now let's just glue these on and we're done. It's as easy as that. And then if you're going to sew, obviously you don't have to worry too much about gluing. It's just to temporarily put them together until you're going to sew. And I might go sew these afterwards, the ones that I'm not going to decorate. Because I do think the sewing adds just a little bit extra on the cluster. Or on the decorative strip. It's not a cluster, but it is, like I said, just a tall, skinny cluster that you would mostly use at the edge of your page. Oops. Okay, these are all glued. Let's glue these. And these ones probably would have looked nice if I inked them, but it's okay. And then this one. Okay, and there we have finished. Let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strips in 13 minutes. Like I say, that is me talking in between as well. I did like this butterfly on here. Don't know if it's too big. Maybe, but let's find a couple to decorate. Maybe we can decorate that one. So today I did bring in extra things because I was kind of getting tired of my little bowl here that I use every day. I thought it's time to bring in a couple of new things. So I have some birds in here. That is nice. Don't know where they came from. Those are all too square. But these are taller stickers that I thought might work. I was actually looking for a couple of birds. Not all the birds are fussy cut, but let's see. Maybe that bird. Oh, that one maybe. Don't know if it's too big. We'll have to see. Okay, let's see if we can use some of these birds. And I was thinking this one maybe on top of this, and it is pretty big on there, but I'm wondering if I add a taller strip of this in the back again, because, wow, that would just, excuse me, I have to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Okay, let's use this one. Okay, see, and so when you're getting to the point where you're going to decorate, you can always add more to it, to your strip. And then this would end up a nice long strip. And a great tuck, if you ask me. And I tore that, but I'm going to glue it to the back of this one, so it should be fine. Okay. And I'm thinking I never cut these in between pieces if I'm just going to store my fussy cuts, because I find that a lot of times they bend and break. If there's a very fragile piece of fussy cutting, I would leave that until I'm going to use them, especially with this bird. Its legs are just so skinny, it probably would have torn if I cut it from the beginning. Let's just fussy cut this out quickly. Okay. We'll have him on there. And what else do we want? Anything behind him? That is too big, I think. So I have some wax seals here. I've been doing a lot of that. There's a little tree that I like. Maybe that leaf. Okay, let's not take out too many of them, because then making choices becomes harder. And there's a green label that I immediately spotted that I like. Let's see. We could do something like that. I do actually like the tree. What else do I have here? I have some washi tape. Maybe I'll do like this one, just to break away from the green a little bit. Okay, so let's add some washi tape here, and maybe I'll add that after I've glued this bird down. So let's glue the bird down first. I'm going to put it down on my glue book because there's lots of skinny pieces that needs glue, and if you hold it in the air, the paper starts moving and it's just harder. And maybe this is just me, but I find it easier to do it this way. Okay. And then for the washi tape, I'm going to okay, this one needs to go in the garbage. I keep picking that one and it is done. But then when I clean up, I put it back with the glues. That's not gonna help. much at all. And the wax glue I just glue on with my art glitter glue. It works. It just takes a while to dry, but it definitely works. And then up here maybe we'll add just another piece of washi there. What's this label? The writing is so small, sometimes it's hard to decide what's upside, if it's upside down or not. Okay, decorated, done. There's one. Whoops. Let's look at this butterfly, if we want to add the butterfly to this. Oh, my garbage can is way too far away today. What else can we add? Just to make the butterfly kind of stand out a little bit. And I'm wondering if I add some gold wax to the butterfly, just to make it stand out a little bit more. Oops, too much wax. So yes, what have you guys been up to? I don't know, this week seems a little better than last week. Last week, I don't know, it was just one of those weeks. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. This week is better, for sure. Rid of some of that. And it just feels less rushed. We're moving my daughter out from her dorm room. Her first year in university is done. I can't believe it. It feels like yesterday when she actually left. Yes, it's just crazy. But she will finish her last exam on Friday, and then she'll be home for the summer. That should be fun. Okay, so see, these come together very fast if you have some decorative elements sitting around. And I think I shouldn't have added. This butterfly was printed on a light cardstock, so even if you make this a tuck spot and things are going in here, I think it should be okay. It's just very wet at the moment. Shall we do one more? I want to use this little blue bird. The other thing is, if you can find tall stickers like this, obviously that makes decorating fast as well. Covers a big part of it. Well, let's use the blue birdie. Let's see on where it looks the best. I kind of like it on there. It shows off a little better. This is the shorter one of the clusters for it's not a cluster. Decorative strip for sure. Let's see if we can maybe just add that number in there. And what else? I brought in some rickrack, thinking that if you don't want to sew, you can always add some rickrack in the background. That might look cute. Or I brought in this lace that I thought will also, I buy these laces and I'm not crazy about them. It's that seam binding lace, they call it. So that would be, because it's nice and small, on there as well. Maybe, how about this rickrack with the gold in it? It's kind of unexpected with the birdie. No, I don't like it. Anyway, if you don't sew, sewing is not required. I know Tina talks a lot about the sewing, but I don't think you necessarily need to sew these. They definitely look okay without sewing. But we do need something with this birdie. Let's see, I haven't done birds for the longest time. It kind of feels like, what am I going to do with the bird? Let's see what's in here. Flower fussy cuts. No, I don't think I want a flower on there. Oh, but there's some book page here. Let's get rid of that glue. Oh god, I'm gonna throw that in the garbage. I don't think I'm gonna do another flower on here. I forgot that I already have the flowers here. But this could actually be nice, just something like that. And my usual stamp. You were probably waiting for that, huh? Oh, there's a, whoops, a flower. First class USA. But I don't want that one. I'm looking for something a little bit more vintage. Let's see, we might have to go back to my bowl, because I know there's some stamps in my bowl. Okay, let's see. Probably way on the bottom there'll be some stamps. There's a blue one. I'm thinking blue or brown. It's an interesting piece of paper. Okay, and there's some lace maybe. Oh, I don't want to drop my container with all my paper clips in it on the floor. That would be a disaster. So maybe we'll have him here, and I kind of want him to cover that white piece of there, up there, and then maybe the stamp in there. And I have this teeny tiny piece of coffee dyed paper that was sitting there in my bowl. Don't know where it came from. But let's do that. Let's just layer all of this on here. And I don't want these, I don't want to glue down totally, so I still want it to have those folds. So I'm not going to smother it with glue. I kind of want that to happen when I close the book, for it to fold over. And then the birdie. We're going to put the birdie on here. Okay, so now we've decorated a couple. These are again very nice to have on hand, finished, and just add to a journal. You know, when you're done with your journal and you're going through it, there's always a page or two that you think, oh, I need to do something with this page. These and clusters are perfect for that, just to add a touch of, you know, another piece of decoration without adding a lot of bulk to your journal. These are great to have on hand. Okay, so let's see, what did we do? We have these that's not decorated, and I might go and just sew these because they're not decorated yet and they're perfect for sewing. Then this one we decorated together. It's still very wet. Oh, I have two stamps on here. Uh-oh. I don't want a blue stamp there, so I'm going to unfortunately have to stamp this one or glue this one on top of the blue one. Okay, it happens. There, that one we've decorated together. This one was the prototype. This one we decorated together, and it might need a little bit of glue up there. And then this one. So thank you for watching me today. The day 100 draw. The nominees for today is Barbara and also Cheryl. I will add your names to the description box again. And yep, good luck. I hope to see you again tomorrow for day 67. And have a great day. Bye.